Today we're going to interview Asi Cohen from Israel. And the first time I met him was in China.
Yeah.
We were making balloon dresses, and it was my first. I don't know how many years.
It was my first as well.
Really, and it kind of made us famous, huh?
I don't know.
Well, it went out all over the world.
The dresses were famous.
Yeah, the dresses were famous.
It was running in mails.
But that started you off, and Ozzy's he's gonna tell us his story now.
So, how did you get started in balloons?
Oh, how did I get started? I studied music in a Ramon School of Music in Israel. It's jazz and contemporary music, and I actually, you know, as students you need money and you do whatever. So our singer, he got me this gig as a clown. Now I wasn't a clown or anything. I just wore clothes like a clown, and I, you know, played around with kids and everything. And then there was a guy who was doing balloon animals there. And I think that was actually my second encounter with balloons. Before that I got just balloons in the hand and trying to inflate them, but nothing more than that. And then I bought this videotape, not even a DVD, it was a videotape. It was approximately 10 years ago. And then for a few years, 4 years or so, I did just simple balloon animals. Just dogs and stupid stuff, you know, just one balloon animals. You look at it now and you think that's stupid, you know, making a sword, and you see, you know. But you have to begin with that. You know, everybody begins with a balloon dog. And or something like that. And then what happened is I went to India to study music, Indian music, Indian drum, tabla, drums. And I had a character, Bobo the Clown, which I did also on stage with a group. It was this rude clown. And I loved the character because it was very simple, because I didn't have to know magics or balloons or anything, because it was about not knowing anything. It is a clown that wants to be a clown but has no clue what he's doing. And I performed in my birthday. It was my birthday. Yeah, you got enough date there? Yeah. So it was my birthday at the guest house. We invited friends. We had our own chai shop. Two girls from, Italy, that had a fire show. One girl from New Zealand. Bethany, that was her name. She did another fire show. Beautiful girl. And if you hear this, Bethany, call me. And then I did Bobo the Clown. We had also live music, Indian music, and I did Bobo the Clown, and I see people are having fun with it. And then the most complicated thing I did was a flower. That was like, whoa, 2 balloons. It's like, everything was 1 balloon. Now I do 2 balloons. Flower, yeah. And even nowadays, when I try to do the flower, I will always pop 1 leaf. And then I decided I was 30 years old, that's 6 years ago. I said, okay, I see it makes people laugh, let's make money out of it. And back then I was height specialist, I was cleaning windows, I had dirty nails. I didn't feel good about myself, and I thought about waking up at age 40 and thinking about, you know, what have I done with my life so far? So I said, okay, this is my new profession, and I'm going to become a professional balloon twister. I will learn 5 more balloon animals from 1 balloon, so I'll have 15 animals, and I'll do birthdays for kids. That naive. I went into the internet looking for material, ending up finding Balloon HQ. And I remember one of the first creations I saw was beatings stuff. It was called Solitude, I think, this character that sits in the corner, and he had one picture also in black and white. And you can go to BHQ now and look for the picture. And I was looking at it and I'm like, wow, you know, where have I been? What have I done? And I bought more and more balloons, and I started twisting, and I found myself sitting hours on top of hours in front of the computer. And back then I bought only assortments, and I twisted a lot of balloons. This is how it started. Yeah, you go ahead and think about your next question. Take your time.
Take your time.
Yes. It's okay, you only got 1 day.
So how is your profession going now?
Oh, it's well, the last month was Horrible. January, yeah, not a good month. But a month before that, it was okay. The business is growing. I'm doing more and more stuff. I do a lot of birthdays, and in Israel, it's really big to do weddings, twisting at weddings. You do balloon hats, and for brith, like yeah. What do you call the 1 year celebration or when a baby comes to the world? Baby shower. We don't have baby shower. We like to trim stuff. We like to cut stuff away. So yeah, I twist balloons for the kids, and then that's my bread and butter. And then I have also occasionally, I don't know when was the last time I did exhibition in a mall, something like that. Like I'll do characters. And I did twice a float to City Hall of Holland, and one time I was lucky enough to have Melissa Vincent with me to join me, and Ori Livni also helped on that, and the core jobs as well. I do the core jobs. Like my one of my previous core jobs was doing a catheter. 1.8 meters of catheter. If you know what that is. You know what a catheter is? Mm-mm. It's a device that helps you to pee.
Okay.
It's a plastic device.
Catheter. Okay.
Catheter. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, interesting jobs.
Now you twisted a dress, one of the most beautiful dresses I've seen in a.
Which one of them? Because all of them are just beautiful, amazing.
That's true. But this one in particular, and we'll show some of
which one are you talking about?
The one with Elena.
Elena, yeah. But that's the model.
Yeah,
that's the
model.
model.
It was the dress.
Trust me. Put Robbie Foreman in that dress, and I don't know. no offense, Robbie. Elena, you, I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyhow, we'll be showing that dress.
Sweet. Yeah, I love that dress because the thing is, when you do a dress, sometimes you'll design something, and the balloon, they have other ideas, you know. And I started going with the original idea, and something went wrong along the way. I don't know. It's like you get to a point that suddenly the balloons take over, and then you say, this is not working. And I went to sleep. It was like big, lumpy, something weird. I thought just to put a black net on top of it, just to cover and give it a shape. And then I'm looking at it, and this is not good. And then I went to sleep thinking, okay, I'm gonna take this part off tomorrow. It's better to come with less, and sometimes less is more. And then everything just started, coming together. I looked at it and I said, it's obvious. At first it was like this Japanese, it was under the influence of Japanese samurai combined with Japanese geisha kind of thing. This whole Japanese theme. And eventually it evolved to anime. And luckily Moridado was really generous to allow us to use the hair stylist and hair and the makeup artist that she hired for the job, and they did an amazing job, girls, thank you. And they understood what I wanted, and the makeup artist, she made eyelashes made of cereal cardboard box, and she sharpened it and glued it, and that was amazing. And you'll see that when you take a good close look at Elena's face, at all the art and the hairdo, and everything just came together. I loved that piece.
Now, how can people get a hold of you? Is there if they need your services and stuff?
They need to run fast.
Keep up. Is there a website?
There's a website. It's you can get to the website in certain different ways. One of them is typing AsiCohen.com. Second way is to type CohenAsi.com. And third way is to type CertifiedBalloonArtist.com.
Oh boy!
Guess who bought the domain?
Yeah.
I just did it to make myself laugh.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I was shocked it was available even.
That's true.
And that was shocking. And also I balloon twister, I think, and also wedding balloon twister or something like that. So AsiCohen.com, and they'll have the contacts. And I think it's better also, instead of looking at the English version of the website, because that's narrowed down only to what producers who speaks English need, go to Google Translate and translate the website. And because Hebrew grammar is very different from American, it might look strange, but you'll get the idea, I guess, you know. I just see the pictures. I try to renew it, because nowadays there's this new neat thing with Google, which I recommend anybody who's got a website, refresh it daily. Do something new with the website daily, because now Google is focusing on that in order to promote your website.
With your balloon art and twisting, where do you find your inspiration? Is it bringing smiles to people's faces, or is it for your own pleasure, or?
Can I quote you? I just love money. No, but for real, one day you'll tell them. I just love money. It's when a kid approaches you at the end of a show, at the birthday, and tells you that was the best show ever. And Israeli kids are picky. They've seen it all, they know it all, and when kids like that come to you and tells you that, that makes you feel good. And when a parent, and my show is not cheap, really. It's like 1.5 times more expensive than what you'll find normally on the market. And when somebody comes to me and they say it's worth more, that makes me feel good. They appreciate the art. And when people approach you and they say, we never saw something like that, this is the first time we see something like that, then you feel like you've done something good. And then you see people like artists, your peers, on a convention, when they do a competition piece and they use something you taught in your class, you know, you did something good. You know, you had an influence. And you know, it's hard to say, but one day, eventually, we're all going to die. And what we've got left is pictures, stories, and the change you've made. And if you can make a slight change, a small change in an industry, you know, and that's good, that's progress. That's how you take one step forward. Because in order to get from here, for example, to the door, which is what, 10 feet away or more, you have to take the first step. So each and every one of us is putting one step, and all the others can see that and experience that. And then this whole industry, you can see where it was a year ago, you can see where it was 10 years ago, and 20 years ago, and then you see the progress is escalating. It's not just, you know, progressing like in a straight line up, it's going like this. It's like whoosh. See all the Japanese influence. And now, let's see, last year you had a decorating class with Melissa Vincent. How many people took that as twisters in a twister convention? And then people are branching into decorating because they understand the value, the economical value behind it. They can make money out of it. It's simple, and then they start, you know, they want to make more money. In order to make your art, you need money. So people are branching into the core, which Japanese and European did a long time ago. It just makes sense. So this whole industry, I can tell you within 5 years, and you can see Pascal Bruton work, it's becoming more art than, and there's a difference between balloon twisting and balloon artism. Yeah, there's artism to the thing, and there's art. Is understanding that this is just a material. This is like glass, like wood, like metal. You can do whatever you want with it. Like, for example, this chair, I don't know if you can see it in the video. It's just leather and metal and plastic, and it's all combined together to create this chair, and it could be any other chair, but that's the material. And balloons are just material, and when it clicks, you understand you can do whatever you want with it. This is why when people tell me, how do you remember what to do? And I tell, I don't need to remember. When you draw something, you remember? No, you think about what you want to draw, and you draw it. Even if you just doodle, even if you don't know how to draw and you just scramble something, you didn't learn by heart how to scramble something. Scramble is the word?
Yeah.
You just do it. So you gotta think, and inspiration is, when it comes to doing your art, it's everywhere around you. Just open your eyes and see what touches you. And for example, the dress, I don't see much anime, but you know, just a little bit. Maybe you see a picture there, here and there, and the colors pop out, and it's just there. It's out there. Just open your eyes.
Well, thank you guys for watching our interview with Asi Cohen, and don't forget to visit his website at AsiCohen.com. And
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
And thank you, Asi. You're just
thank
you're
you.
a blessing.
Thank you. And if you have extra money that you want to spend and you need my services, just give me a call.
That's right.
I'll be happy. I'll fly all over the world. So just a flight ticket, a food, hotel room, and a big high salary. That's enough for me.
So thank you guys, and we'll see you later.